Get ready for the fun.
Good morning everyone. Today we are going to learn a very interesting topic about our body, which is the human digestive system. Our body gets energy from the food we eat. To get energy, the food is broken down into smaller substances to get easily absorbed by our body. The process in which the food is broken down into smaller substances and getting easily absorbed by our body is called digestion. Pay more attention on this diagram. The organs that help us in the process of digestion is called the digestive system. Let us learn more about our digestive system. The first digestion of food begins in the mouth, where our teeth help us in chewing, biting and tearing the food. Then the salivary glands releases saliva in our mouth so that the food should get soft and should not get stuck in our neck. Then the soft food, now called bolus, enters the food pipe, which is also called esophagus. And when the bolus enters the food pipe, it goes in the stomach, which is a sac-like organ having many digestive juices and an acidic juice to break down the bolus into smaller particles. Now, the undigested food goes through a long coiled tube called the small intestines. In the small intestines, the juices of liver and pancreas are mixed with the undigested food to digest it. And now, the undigested food goes in the large intestines, where extra water and nutrients are absorbed from it. Then the remaining solid waste is now stored in the rectum and goes out through the body from anus. Shall I tell you an interesting fact that the bolus or the food does not go through the liver or pancreas. The juices comes from them through the small intestines. Thank you.
Hello students, it's me Varinga, your maths teacher. Let's start our maths class. Our today's topic is find quotient and remainder without actually dividing. Children, there is a trick to solve these types of questions. The first question is 386 divided by 10. Children, see there is 1 0 at one's place. Now see this number, there is 6 at one's place. So 6 is our remainder and 38 is our quotient. Let us see the second one. The second one is 560 divided by 100. Children, see, there are two zeros. One is at one's place and second is at tens place. Now let us see the last one. The last one is 9620 divided by 100. Children, see, there are two zeros again. One is at one's place and second is at tens place. Now see this number. There is 0 at one's place and 2 at tens place. So 20 is our remainder. 20 and 96 is our quotient. 96. Okay children, if you have any doubt, you can raise your hand. Okay children, that's good. There is no doubt. Children, now we will do exercise 1.1 for practice. The exercise 1.1 is find quotient and remainder. The first question is 450 divided by 10. Children, see, there is 1 0. So 0 is our remainder and 45 is our quotient. Children, I am giving you today's homework. Today's homework is find quotient and remainder. The first question is 472 divided by 100. The second question is 1892 divided by 100. The third question is 534 divided by 10. The last question is, that is question 4, 46 divided by 10. Children, that's all for today. Stay at home, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Morning children, how are you today? You are all doing well and safe at home. Let's begin with our math class. So today we are going to start our new chapter, that is multiplication. So tell me, what is multiplication? So children, multiplication is repeated addition. Number to be multiplied is the multiplicand. The number we multiply with is multiplier. The result is called product. Revise table till 10. So let me ask you some logic. 6 into 8. It is 64. So what is 7 into 23 into 5. Multiply with 5, 3, 5, 2 and 5, 1. Start. 5 into 5, 5 to 10, 5 3 15. 5 is down and 1. We multiply 5 with 2. We multiply with 5 and 2. 5 to the 10. The number 1 we plus it is 11. And 5 and the 5 it is 6. Answer is 615. Now we solve with another 2-digit multiplication. We multiply 59 by 2 and second we will multiply 59 by 3. I will show you how. 18 and 1 is carried over. 2 5s are 10. It is 1 plus 11. And we will put across down 8. And now we will multiply 59 by 3. It is 3 9s are 27. 7 is down and 2 is carried over. 3 1 3 5 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 8, 3 9, 3 4 is 12, 3 5 is 15. 15 we plus 2. 16 and 17. We write 17. 8 will be copied down and 7 plus 1 is 8 and also 7 plus 1 is also 8 and it is 1. 59 multiplied by 32 is answer is 1888 and it is also called 1888. So multiplication is now clear. I will give you some homework. Complete exercise 3.1 A and B. We have a class day after tomorrow. You should be complete your homework by then. So the class is over now. To your parents, stay inside and stay safe. This is Krishna Kani from SR International School.
Good evening, dear students. I am your science teacher Arjun Sharma, and we wanted to start a concept of online classes during this corona period. So, I am your science teacher, as you all know. So, today we will complete a chapter which is skeletal and nervous system. Okay, so in this video, I'll only cover a part which is nervous system, because nervous system and skeletal system both are different parts and both are very big. So today we'll only cover skeletal system. Skeletal system, the nervous system is made up of 3 parts. The 3 parts are brain, spinal cord and nerves. And please learn the spelling of spinal cord and nerves. The spelling of spinal cord is S-P-I-N-A-L-C-O-R-D. S-P-I-N-O-N-A-L-C-O-R-D. And the spelling of nerves are N-E-R-V-E-S. What? N-E-R-V-E-S. Okay? And brain also have 3 parts, which are cerebellum, and brainstem. The spelling of cerebellum is C-E-C-E-R-E-B-R-U-M. And the spelling of cerebellum is C-E-R-E-B-E-L-L-U-M. Please learn the spelling of these both. Okay? And the cerebellum is the largest part of our brain, and it covers all the logic, intelligence and movement of our body. Okay? Second part is cerebellum. It is the second largest part in our brain, and it covers the movement of our muscles, and it keeps our body posture perfect. And the third part is brainstem, which is also known as medulla. The spelling of medulla is M-E-D-U-L-L-A. Okay, M-E-D-U-L-L-A. Learn it. Okay. Then the third and brainstem will help us to send information. Is connected to the spinal cord. Brainstem is connected to the spinal cord to send information. Okay. The second part is spinal cord. S-P-I-N-A-L-C-O-R-D. Okay. It begins from the base of the brain and connects to the other body parts. Main functions to pass on information between the brain and other body parts. Please learn this. This will definitely come in your exams as question answers or thoughts. Okay. Then the third part, which are nerves. Nerves are also of 3 types: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. You must be knowing the spelling of mixed nerve. I'll tell you the spelling of sensory and motor nerves. S-E-N-S-O-R-E-N-E-R-V-E-S. Spelling of motor nerves are M-O-T-O-R-N-E-R-V-E-S. And I'll tell you what is sensory nerves. Sensory nerves pass information to the brain through passes information to the spinal cord and the brain. And motor nerves passes information through the brain and the spinal cord through our body parts. So I'll give you the example that when I'll do this, first the information will go to the brain, and secondly brain or spinal cord will send the information to our body parts and body organs. Motor nerves. I tell you what is motor nerves. Mixed nerves. Mixed nerves does all the works. Mixed nerves gives information and brings back the information back. Okay, so this topic is finished, and thank you. I hope you will all enjoy the class. Bye. God bless you.
Good evening everyone, I am Nishi Srivastav and today I will tell you about O-Level 12. In this chapter, we will learn how we are so lucky and much more things. Oliver was a poor boy who has no parents. His parents was died, and nobody knows that who is the mother of Oliver, because immediately when Oliver was born, her mother was died. He started living in workhouse. After these things, he started living in a workhouse, and a workhouse is made for underprivileged children who did not have basic abilities, like they have no money, they have no family, etc. And in workhouse, they can get food, etc. for their care. They can get food, money, family, etc. for their care, and it is for free. Now, the workhouse was developed and made by a group of people. They were very cruel and said, see, we work very hard and then get food. And then they get food without working. It's not good. And then they planned that they will change the rules. They post a big letter and written, every child who is in the workhouse should work day and night. Then only they will get food. And if anyone will be do any mistake, he will get a harsh punishment and he will throw out of the workhouse. Oliver was a small child and he don't know what they are planning. He was happy before they don't change the rule. They changed the rule. And after he realized that the rules are changed, and he gets very nervous. In a total week, they get only 3 meals of blue onion. You can see this is a blue onion in which there is raw onions, etc. And raw onion, you can see this is a raw onion, and a half roll of sundae. One day, they were sitting with each other and all were very hungry. They cleaned their plates with their spoon by scrubbing in the plate. And they made a group and discussed this and said, we need more food. So they took pieces of paper and wrote their name on it, just put in the bed and said that to pick one of the piece of paper. And whose name will come on the paper, he will go to the boss and say, we need more food. And the name was Oliver. He got very much nervous and said to the boss, we need more food, please. And then the boss said, what? How dare you to say this? You will get harsh punishment. Wait. And then he go to the group and said the incident. They planned to put him in a confinement area. Confinement area is a blank and alone area where children should not live. And you can see this is a confinement area. And just a small boy put it to confinement area just because he asked for more food. That's not good. And they put in a message that whoever want to take or beat Oliver, he can beat. We are so lucky that we have good parents. We are not poor. We have money. We have many grateful things. And we can eat yummy food. And we should be happy from this thing that we are too much lucky person. Thank you.
Good morning, students. I am your science teacher. Get ready for your class. So, today we are going to start a new chapter, parts of a plant. So, we are going to learn about root system and shoot system. Now look at this diagram. The root system is below the ground and the shoot system is above the ground. There are two types of root. One is taproot and second is fibrous root. The example of taproot is carrot and the example of fibrous root is wheat. Now children, I am going to tell you about the shoot system. These are the following steps. Stem. This is a stem. This is the main part. Branch. This is the branch. Leaf. This is the leaf. Flower. This is the flower. Fruit. This is the fruit. Now children, take out your copy.
Hello everyone. How are you all? I hope you are fine and stay safe at your home. Today we are going to study the chapter 3 of science, that is skeleton and the nervous system. In this we will learn about skeleton system and body. What is skeleton system? Skeleton system is the framework of bones that are in our human body. There are 206 bones in our human body. Why bones are useful?
our body. Many bones are hollow and filled with the substance called bone marrow. What is bone marrow? Bone marrow produce blood cells. Now, the main parts of the skeletal system are skull, backbone, ribcage, and base. Skull protects the brain. When you will run your hand over your head, you will feel a hard structure that is known as skull. Skull has 22 bones, and the amazing thing is that the lower jaws can only move, like you can see, and there are holes in the skull where eyes, ears, and nose are positioned. Now, backbone. When you run your hand at the back, you will feel a hard structure known as backbone. It has 33 bones known as vertebra. It protects the spinal cord and it is connected to the brain. Ribcage. The framework of bones that form the cage-like structure is known as ribcage. It has 12 pairs of bones. 10 pairs of bones are attached to the sternum and the 2 pairs of ribs are floating limbs. What are limbs? Limbs are our hands and our legs. They are very useful for us. The bone that is present in our hand is known as humerus and the bone that is present in our leg is known as femur. The amazing fact is that femur is the longest bone in our body. Now we will learn about types of joints. What are joints? Joints are the places where two bones meet. You will be wondering from which. Now we have learned skeletal system. Now we will learn joints. What are joints? The places where two bones meet is known as joints. Now you will be wondering how they are joints. If they are stick with glue or feather shape. No. They have sticky substance known as ligament. And there are 4 types of joints. Ball and socket joint, hinge joint, fiber joint, sliding joint. Now we are going to study about these joints. Ball and socket joint. These joints are found in the shoulders and in the hip areas, and they allow all side movement. You can see that we can move our hand in all sides. We can move our hip sides in all sides. Now, types of joints. We have learned about ball and socket joint. Now we will study hinge joint. This joint is found in the elbows, fingers, knees, and toes. This allows only one side movement. You can see that we can only move in one side. Now pivot joint. Pivot joint is the place where pivot joint is found in the between backbone and the skull. This is only the joint where only one place is there. And it is used in bending, sideways, and rotating. Now sliding joint. Sliding joint is found in the ankle and the wrist. Sliding means when that one bone is coming on the another bone. This is known as sliding joint. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Shauri Saxena. Today we will do chapter eclipse of SST. What is an eclipse? As we know that Earth revolves around the Sun and the Moon, which is the natural satellite of the Earth, revolves around the Earth. When they all three comes in a straight line, there occurs eclipse. The eclipse are of two types: solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. First, we will discuss about solar eclipse. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, it blocks the light of the sun that reaches to the earth. That causes solar eclipse. During solar eclipse, the shadow of the moon reaches to the earth. This shadow has two parts, umbra and penumbra. What is umbra? Umbra is the darkest part of the shadow, from where we can see the total solar eclipse. In umbra region, we can see the moon covering total sun. When the umbra is reaching to the earth, it becomes smaller. Now, what is penumbra? Penumbra is the light dark part of the shadow from which we can see the partial solar eclipse. When the penumbra region comes to the earth, it becomes bigger. From penumbra, the moon covers the sun partially. The solar eclipse lasts for a few minutes. We should not see solar eclipse with our naked eyes as it is harmful for us because the harmful rays of the sun can damage our eyes. We should use sunglasses or special glasses while watching the solar eclipse. We should watch this with our parents. Now we will discuss lunar eclipse. Children, earlier we have discussed about eclipse. An eclipse occurs when the sun, the moon and the earth comes in a straight line. In the same manner, the earth comes between the sun and the moon that causes lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. This shadow has also two parts, umbra and penumbra. When the moon falls on the umbra region, we can see the total solar eclipse. And when the moon reaches to the penumbra region, we can see the partial lunar eclipse. What is umbra? Umbra is the darkest part of the shadow, and penumbra. The umbra is the darkest part of the shadow from where we can see the total lunar eclipse. Now penumbra. From penumbra region we can see the partial lunar eclipse. You can see here total lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse. When moon falls in umbra region, we can see total lunar eclipse, and when moon falls in penumbra region, we can see the partial lunar eclipse. The word lunar has two words, luna and lunar. The word luna means moon and the word luna means of the moon. We can see the lunar eclipse with naked eyes as the moon has no its own light. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. Hope you are fine at home. Today we are starting the chapter. The name of the chapter is Growing of Plants. You all know that plant grow from a seed. So first we are starting the topic new plant from seed. Seed coat. The outer covering of the seed is called seed coat. It protects the seed and the baby plant inside it. Helium. What is helium? The tiny opening is called helium. It absorbs water. Cotyledon. The seed coat can be broken into two halves called cotyledon. It is of two types, monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Monocotyledon is a seed that has one cotyledon. Dicotyledon is a seed that has two cotyledon. For an example, I have taken rajma. Here is helium and the outer covering is called seed coat, and it can be broken into two halves. These two halves is called cotyledon. Germination. The process in which new plant grow from a seed is called germination. Seed needs sufficient amount of air, light, water to grow. Dispersal of seeds. If seeds are sown very close to each other, they will struggle for space, light, air, nutrients, etc. Therefore, it is necessary that seeds are sown away from parent plant. So, the definition of this is the process in which the plant is grown far away from the parent plant is called dispersal of seed. Now here you have studied that new plants from seed, not plants grow from seed. It is also grown from fruits, stems, leaves, and spores also. Now comes agriculture, the practice of growing crops in large scale in field is called agriculture. The various methods of agriculture are preparing the soil by plowing the field, adding manure and fertilizer to the soil, irrigation the water, harvesting and storing. And there are two types of crops depending on the season. For example, kharif crop and rabi crop.
Good morning everyone. I hope you all are in your best of your health. Today we will study about nerves and sense organs. Now first we will read about nerves. Nerves are the bundle of long thin thread-like structure that carry message between brain or spinal cord to the other parts of our body. Depending on their function, there are three main types. They are sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. Sensory nerves are the nerves that carry messages from brain or spinal cord to the other parts of our body. And motor nerves are the nerves that carry messages from our organs or muscles to our brain or the spinal cord. Now let us read about mixed nerves. Mixed nerves. Now these nerves carry out both the functions of motor nerves and sensory nerves. Sense organs. Sense organs, these are the organs that give messages about our surroundings to our nervous system. Our sense organs include the eye, ears, nose, tongue and skin. First we will read about eye. The colored part of our eye is called as iris, and the circle which is in the center of our eye is called the pupil. The light enters in our eye through pupil, and there is also a dome-shaped part in our eye which is transparent and it is called cornea. Its function is to protect and cover the front portion of our eye. Now, the lens is present behind it. The inner part of our eye, it has a very thin layer of tissues which is called the retina. It captures the light which enters the eye, and it then sends it to the brain through our optic nerve. Now, let us read about our nose. You know that we have a nose and it helps us in smelling and breathing. It has two holes which are called as nostrils. And at the back of a nose, there is a space which is called as the nasal cavity. And our nose is separated from the mouth by a bony structure which is called the palate. Now we will read about ears. Ears helps us to hear sounds. The outer part of our ear that we can see is called the pinna, and it collects sound and then send it to the eardrum. Then the eardrum sends its vibrations to the inner ear through the middle ear, and then the inner ear converts these signals that are sent to the brain. Now we will read about tongue. Tongue is a fleshy organ which is found in our mouth. It helps us to speak, chew and taste. It has 5 tastes. They are umami. Umami is the combination of all 4 tastes, which are bitter, salty, sour and sweet. Now we will read about the skin. You all know that our skin is the largest organ in our body, and it is the outer covering of our body. It can sense touch, like it can sense heat, cold, pain, etc. The skin carries out many other functions, which includes the wound healing, protection, and maintaining the body temperature and preventing infections. Now, what is wound healing? If we have a wound, so our skin will heal our wound itself. It is called the wound healing. Now, we will read about some amazing facts. So, the amazing facts are that the grizzly bear, it can smell food up to 18 miles away. And the butterfly can also taste from its feet. Third is that snakes can also hear from their jawbones. And the fourth is that an average person blinks 15 times per minute. And the last one is that the average person has 10,000 taste buds on their tongue. So children, that's all for today. Your class is over now. Have a nice day.
Good morning everyone. I am Nate Agarwal and I will teach you math. I know most of you think math is a very difficult subject. But this chapter is not very difficult. 23 is a multiplicand. 5 is a multiplier and the answer of multiplication is known as product. If we multiply 23 by 5, what is the answer? We multiply 5 by 3. 5 by 3 is 4. 5 3s are 15. 1 carry and then 5 here. Then we will multiply 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is 4. 10 and then we carry 1. The answer of this is 115. Then we will do 2-digit number. We will hide this 2 and we will multiply 3 by 3. 3 by 3 is 4, 9 and 3 by 2 is 4, 6. And then we will put a cross here. This is very important. Then we multiply 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 4. 2 3 is 6. Is 6. And then we multiply 2 by 2 is 4. Then we will add them. Then 9, 6 is 12 and then 2 here and 4 is 5. This is all for today. Thank you, Ma, to join my